Now this first one is a 1970S. It says DDO large date. So DDO means double die obverse. If you guys are not familiar with coin terminology, double die obverse means that there's doubling taking place on the obverse or the front of the coin. Here's an example of doubling taking place on a 1970S large date. And I've also showed the example, if you check out my 1970 pennies video, of large dates versus small dates. So be sure to go check out my other penny videos as well. If you guys want to see your coins up close like this, you can get a coin microscope from couchcollectibles.com. So go get one of those microscopes if you guys want to see your coins up close like this. You plug it right into your computer, that way you guys can see them. That way you guys can look for any types of errors on your coins. But this coin here, this 1970 penny, sold for over $2,400. Alright, moving right along, this is a 1971 double die obverse. So here's an example of doubling taking place on the front of a 1971 penny. You got it there on the lettering, you got it on the date 1971 itself, and of course if this coin was graded at a little bit higher, it would sell for more. If it's graded lower, it's going to sell for significantly less money. However, this particular coin at a mint state 65 sold for over $720. Now let's move on to a 1972. We already did a 1970 and 71. Might as well stick to it and go 1972. This is a double die as well. Now this is taking place on the front of the coin as well. So this 1972 is graded at a mint state 64. Here's examples of doubling taking place on the front of a 1972. You got it there on all the lettering on the front of the coin. Liberty, the phrase "In God We Trust." And then also here's a different example of a 1972 where there's doubling taking place on the date. So always be on the lookout for those. Like I said, you guys could see it up close with the USB coin microscope. You would have no problems of seeing this type of doubling with that microscope. Now this coin here sold for over $320. Next up is a 1983 Lincoln penny. Now this has a double die reverse, so that means that there's doubling taking place on the back of the coin. It says questionable color there on the front of the coin slab. So this coin is interesting. Now this is what you want to look for on the back of the 1983. You want to look for doubling on the word 1 cent, as well as on the pillars on the Lincoln Memorial. So don't forget that. Look for doubling on all over the coin. Really, I always do, just in case. You never know what you could find. Now this penny here from 1983 sold for over $140. However, if this coin was a high graded coin, it's going to sell for a lot more money. So it might get up into thousands, you know. You just never know. But a 1983, 1970s pennies, you can always search through these in your pocket change or when you go to the bank and get coin rolls from the bank. Now this is a 1995 that has a double die obverse. A lot of people know this in the collectors community. For the 1995, you got doubling on the front of the coin as well. The phrase "In God We Trust," the word liberty as well. Now this 1995 is an extremely high graded coin, so if you guys find one in circulation in your pocket change and it's all beat up and scratched up, and it does happen to have a double die obverse, it's still not going to sell for what this coin sold for, because this coin is a very high graded coin. Now this penny only sold for over $180, so not like thousands of dollars, but still $180 for a penny. Not a bad profit on a penny. Alright guys, until tomorrow, I will see you on the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.